Goddamn camera's not working. I was gonna do a walk-in. Hold on. I was gonna walk into frame like it was. Wait, I can still do it.
And tonight your
Oh,
host.
fucking A! What? Oh no! Nothing's working. Nothing's working. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, we're in. There we go. What's up, everybody? My name's Ahren Ciotti. Everybody just calls me Ciotti. And I killed the magic, as Big Willie rightly points out. We tried, though. Well, next time. Next time. Next late night with Ahren Ciotti, we'll get it right. Some weird... Got the... Oh, hold on. Hold on. Alright, nobody panic. We're good. Now we're good. All Teaser 79, you're welcome, brother. Big Willie, Jafar Zaidi, Mr. Sprinkles, Leaderbuck, Brett Vogelsang, Keith Jones. What's up, everybody? I don't think I missed anybody. We're gonna do some glide hammer work on late night with B because I had it out today with a different flight controller in it, and it was still, it's still dropping an arm when I push it really, really hard. So, just as I suspected, it's the ESC, which is fine. I've got a Acon 55 amp that I will put in it, and then it'll be indestructible forever. I think I'm just gonna leave the. I think I'm gonna just, yeah, I'll just leave that flight controller. And that flight, Jafar would have left without the lava lamp. That light, look at, guys, look, technology. Look at my technology. You ready? This is a stupid phone application for these $27 light bulbs. That's a little better. Keep it clean. Keep it crispy. Turn it down a little bit. Yeah. Whatever. Oh, it's weird. I'm looking over here for the viewfinder of the camera. I could just be looking like that. All right, let's get going. Big Willie got his FPV crate today, and it sucked balls. Confirmed. Yeah, that's why I don't do the crates, because I am at a point where I kind of have like a very specific set of things that I use and want to use. So it's like, you know, I would get other stuff for testing, which I should probably do the crates, because then I can test stuff. That's what I do now. I have to get out of the mindset of just like, you know, pilot and get into the mindset of doing other things. If it fills up in here, if we get more than 30 people in here, we'll do a giveaway. More than 30 people, we'll do a, well, not a giveaway. I gotta stop calling it giveaway. It's not giveaway. It's I don't know what it is. A contest. We'll do a thingy for a Brain FPV Radix 30x30. I got stuff that I got to just get off my desk here. And this is the flight controller that I took out of this. And I thought there was about a 1% chance that the flight controller shit the bed. I was 99% sure that it was the ESC. So I put this on the corner of my desk, and I thought, okay, once I get done testing this with another flight controller, I'll know. Garbage or it's good to go. And it's good to go. So, yeah. We're halfway there. 15 people. Look at this, too. Look, it's a hyper custom one. Look at it. It's got their logo on it. Look at that. Look how custom that is, guys. It's even got some custom solder on there. Oh, and look at this. I I did a thing. I hard soldered the motor. This little setup here. This is what I would really prefer on all flight controller to ESCs. Either pads on the flight controller and then one single connector on the ESC, or vice versa. It's so stupid to have. I get why we have plug headers on both, but the plug headers are huge, and especially on micros. Um, yeah, and these plug headers wear out. Like, I really wish that all ESCs had the pads on them, because I would really love to do this. Because this setup right here, this is one less connector to fail, and that's like a real thing. Like, these connectors do fail. You sit there with one of these connectors and unplug it and plug it in like 40 times, it's shot. It's ruined. And yeah, when they fail, you fall out of the goddamn sky, because it's typically a motor signal or a VBAT. Yeah, I did a half decent job on this one. I did a I did a really good job on the motor wires, and then you can see where I started to get lazy. Yeah, but sometimes I do good work. Typically, when you guys aren't watching, when I don't have the camera when I don't have this webcam all like fucking stabbing me in the chest and shit, and I can actually like do work, with my hands together and like in a good way, then it doesn't look like an 8-year-old did my soldering. But yeah, we're at 20. So if 10 more people come in, and I mean, if you guys care, we'll do like something like I don't know, $5 super chats maybe. Yeah, we'll do like, yeah, we're almost there, John. My best friend in the world, Brad McManus FPV, came through and sent me $75 on PayPal to get it rolling. Oh, hey, look, guys. In case you're not on my Instagram, we got more stickers, yo. Can't buy these quite yet. I got something cool I'm doing. I'll do the thing that apparently I'm supposed to do and not say what it is. But yeah, something cool is coming up. That was weird. Okay, let's work. Time to work. Enough. Wait, no. What? Where'd it go? Oh, right. It's in the bag. Here it is. Okay. Everything's fine. Nobody panic at my strangeness. I went out and flew today. Glide hammer footage. That's what I have. I have glide. Wait, why am I taking this out? It's not on here. It's on the. It's on this. All right, get out of there, little fella. I don't think you guys have seen this big fat beast fly yet. On the 2407 17, maybe 1900 kV. There are a lot of kV. No, 1700 kV motors on big pitchy props. Icebear FPV with $1.99. Thank you, Icebear. Very cool of you. Supporting the collective. For anybody that was on here last night when I was shit-talking Ken Herron's video, as everyone watched it, they came on and went, holy shit, that was the most dangerous thing I've ever seen in my life. It seems like, I guess that was last night, it seems like we may have had an effect, because this morning the video was set to unlisted and all the comments were deleted. Positive result, less people can see. Yeah, that video was just that video was the perfect opportunity for somebody that doesn't know shit, and is gonna see that and be like, duh, 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 and go out and do it. And how many times can we have that video happen before someone takes a 5-inch rig in the face, right? So, yeah, good riddance. I sincerely hope that Ken learned something, but I'm afraid that he didn't. But whatever. I mean, you know, it's a way better world without that video able to be viewed, right? Because it just encourages unbelievably reckless, like, dangerous, ridiculous behavior. No, not bot grinder. Bot grinder's great. It's funny. We're having this conversation about Ken Ahren. You know, this like. Judge a book by its cover, right? Judge Ken Ahren by his cover, and then judge bot grinder by his cover. Which one did you think would have a video doing something incredibly dumb that the FPV community got taken down, right? Don't be judging books by their covers, yo. Yeah, fair enough, Leaderbuck. That's you can say that. All right, here we go with some lovely unedited raw nonsense. At points during this, you'll see it drop an arm. Actually, right at the beginning, you're going to see it do it a whole bunch. This is what starts to happen when FETs on an ESC begin to fail. Sometimes the FETs seem to just cook all at once, typically like during crashes or big crazy turtle mode things. But sometimes the FETs will like start to go, and this is what that looks like. Basically, if the don't you guys dare pile on. Bot's a friend of mine. You leave it there. Yeah, so if you're flying and the rig does something uncommanded, Paulie Lee, I turn it off and on. If I'm doing something full-on cinematic, I will turn it on. Anything else, I'll leave it off. So when sometimes an ESC will begin to fail, you'll be flying. It basically happens when you put it into a really stressful situation, and you'll see me doing that. Like that's a part of like when I'm feeling a rig out or when I'm testing a tune. I do certain things to like really load the ESC and the motors up and make them work really, really, really hard. So if one of the FETs is starting to fail when you do that, it'll let go, but it won't fully desync. It'll just let go for about, I don't know, half a second. So sometimes you'll be able to, I've gotten good at recovering it. It took a while. It takes a while, but it's well, here. This is what it looks and sounds like. I guess you'll be able to hear it too. Let me see. Did I come back and land, or was I just accidentally pushing the button? Pushing the button. Oh wait, here we go. That's hold on. Is this it? There it is. Nope, wait. This is it. Wait, nope. Okay, there it is. Wait, no, here it is. Okay. There we go. Oh, hey, look, I did I have a Popo right here.
3, 2, 1, go.
I did the Popo test. The Popo race, but I did it with the camera on the quad.
Oh, boy. We got it. All right, next one. No, I'm going to get them all down, and then I'll click all of them. Next one.
Halfway through, I developed a strategy.
All right, all four are down. Let's get them to click. 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 Farted.
I
And
did.
click.
I
There we go.
really did fart, for the record.
Hayden, here we go. Big five. 2407.
Yeah, so this is the Glide Hammer. Big fat boy, with a big fat battery, too. 6S 1500. That was not it. That was something weird, though. What the hell was that? Hold on. That was very weird.
Hayden, here we go. Big five. Zip. 2407.
That was weird. I think that was just air mode bounce. That was strange. I think that was me screwing up. Ooh, see, there it was. See it? Oh, let me open this in something else. Hold on. Let me open this in Inna. This is supposedly a really lightweight yeah, open. I went from props in to props out, and I did not feel any difference. And I've done it on every single rig that I own. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe it is making a difference, and I just can't feel it. But I've made that change about 10 times because that's how many rigs I've had total that have been props in. And yeah, I've never felt a difference. If you guys can feel a difference, that's awesome. But I can't. Farted? That was a really weird little cha-cha-cha. See that? See how angry it got? I was asking it to do a big yaw. Man, this thing's got some fucking power. My goodness. I think it's like 750 grams with this battery on it. The battery's huge. Let me just give you guys the audio here. Let me just give you guys the audio here. Crunch. God damn it. Yeah, so the video went out when that when it hit that bush, which I'm not really happy about. I'm having a hell of a time with these Micro Eagles, durability wise, and on one of the other rigs that I flew today, that was the Phoenix. Here you go. You guys will be able to see it in here. I think it might have done it there. Yeah, it's doing it there. So it's doing it when it's so it's falling, and then I'm going full throttle. So it has to it loads the ESC up even worse than just going full throttle normally, because it's got to stop itself, and then it's got like that backflow of air. Look at this thing move though. But see, and now look what this ESC's fine now, right? Well, it's still it's just I'm not hammering on it as hard. Which is why, like, when you hammer, you know, when you put a lot of stress on a rig and it does something weird, pay attention. Don't just like, oh, it'll be fun. My God, look at it go. Oh, boy. Jeez. Holy hell. Alright, yeah, we're definitely working on this tonight because I want to fly this again tomorrow. This is on T-Motor 5147's. My God! Look at it go! Oh, Jesus Christ. Holy Christ, that's ridiculous. How do I go full screen? Shift open Apple F. Oh, or not. Oh my goodness. Control up on Apple F? There it is. See that wiggle? When I jumped off the throttle? Yeah, man, I can't believe how good it feels, though, for being so heavy. Look at that. It's got so much power. 2407s. Look, did you catch that? I got so sick of waiting for it to stop that I started turtle moding it as it was still sliding. I was gentle, though. I didn't want to break anything. Wow, man. I wondered why I got through the whole battery in like 3 minutes. That's because I was just, you know, casually cruising around at 90 miles an hour, probably. Man, 2407. A lot of motor. Look at that cruising. I totally forgot about that. I'm trying to get the ESC to do it again, because I assumed that there was shit all over the lens from that. That's what it looks like when you go into the corners and go full pitch, full roll in all 4 directions. I don't know if I'd ever done that before. And this is like my starting point for tunes, which is commonly kind of dead on. So let me show you guys. Let me show you guys the ESC acting up again. Farted. All right, it was after the crash, and so that means it's up here. All right, should be up in here. That's when I did that big laid out yaw spin that you can really see it. That noise I was making. Here it is. Oh wait, no, this is the other one. That was a really weird. See how it like one of the motors just shut off though. Like that's what I'm talking about. It did that big uncommanded like movement direction. No, it didn't change directions. It just changed orientations, I guess. But oh my God, look at it! It's so fast. It's so ridiculous. Whee! My goodness. Alright, enough of this. I can't see the chat. There you guys. There you guys are. Oh my God. Alright, so yeah, so that's the glide hammer. We're gonna work on that in a bit. But first, look at it. So just for some perspective, I actually want my own perspective. This is one of my regular glides with the F40 Pro 2s, the old the old F40s, which F40 is T-Motor's way of saying 2306. No, they shouldn't have chosen a weird naming convention like that. It's not just you. Did this memory card wipe itself out? Nope, there it is. This memory card is acting a little weird. This is the memory card that I lost all of the an entire day's worth of Lake Lanier wakeboarding footage on. So I might burn this memory card because I think it was just acting funny. I think that folder didn't show up a second ago. Maybe I was just being impatient, but all right, let's see here. Oh, really? I thought I had this locked out so that it would always... I do love watching this, though, because it's just the creepiest shit in the world. Imagine if I was this good in 3D. Look at that. God, that looks cool and upside down, actually. That was pretty cool. Hold on, hold on, hold on. That was just like low coordinated flat spins, but that looked really cool with the horizon up. Ooh, that's trippy. Holy Fark. Lord Farquaad. Alright, come on. Look at that hair. Wow. What a mess. I should look in the mirror more often. Here we go. Here's some right side up footage. I also have something weird going on. I did a bunch of CLI stuff, some of like the experimental Betaflight 4.2 stuff, and on this and the other regular 600 gram glide, and something weird's going on. That's why I can't like get into a good flow with them, because I'm just like, I feel like I'm constantly trying to figure out what's happening weird with them, like what I'm doing right now. So I think what I'm gonna do is reflash 4.2 to get everything back to the default, because I don't remember what I changed. I changed too many things at once and I forget what I did. So yeah, I gotta get those out of there, because the glide hammer is on like my regular setup and it feels great. And then I fly this and there's just this little bit of weirdness. Yeah, here I'm trying to tune it out actually. Here. Incidentally, this is playing off the memory card completely fine, which is nice. Thank you, computer. I appreciate the small things. I was just trying to like get my flow back, man. I haven't been flying very flowy lately. I've been flying very like toony and tricky, and I don't love that. I like this. I like that, you know, like mix it. Hold on. That was, I remember that. I remember catching that, just being like, yeah. Big Willie's hair is down past his shoulders. Holy crap. Oh my goodness, bro. That's ridiculous. Hold on, let's get into this. Let's get into this. Yeah, so here's the comparison to that fat glide. Skinny glide versus fat glide. Also, glide that I'm very familiar with right now, glide that I'm unfamiliar with before. Woo! I love it. So I mean, it still moves, but I mean, like, not the same. Oh, I love catching stuff really low like that. I love it. And I really wanted to do a pitch forward through under those trees, but not with it acting weird. I'll do that shit when I'm perfectly comfortable, but not when it's being weird. Ugh. I've got like a really good battery in me. I just have to put it together. I haven't put together a really good like complete battery in a while. I really wanted to go under that, but it's so cement. Watch this. Oh boy. Yeah, that hole is so small. That's the first time I've hit that hole. It's so little. It's so hard to see too. And you have to dive it diagonally, Well, you'll see. Well, you kind of can't see because there you go. See how you like you have to dive it diagonally. If you dive it straight down, you crash right into Scraggle. And the diagonal dives are really. I mean, regular dives are hard as it is because you don't practice dropping downwards all that much. But the diagonal dives are a real bitch. Fun to do, but whew, I thought I was gonna get away with that. Look at this. Ready? I thought for sure I was gonna get away with that. It's a good thing I didn't. That would just be cheating. Look at that tune, bros. Ugh. Such a simple tune, and it's just in. Bunch of headroom left for when you bang props up too. This is actually on very banged up props. All day today I was just smashing props. It's a shame that the lens is this dirty. Diagonally? What? Big Willie, don't. Take the stock PIDs, turn them up a little bit, do my my filter reduction, and the tune will be good enough that you won't have to fly around it. It's just, this is it. That's what this tune is. Yeah, you don't have to fly around it, but at the same time, you don't have to be worried about it. Is there anything in here? I think this is when I actually... At some point I said, alright, I'm going to try to fly a half-decent battery. This might have been it. Yeah, flip-flops. It was really nice out today. And I'm in full-blown COVID mode. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of working on a little bit of a style change lately, but it's not quite there yet. It's getting there. Really? Come on. All right. Am I gonna fly in this one? Yeah, there we go. I thought I could get it. I thought I could climb up that tree, but it was I was wrong. This was an annoying crash. The grass was too tall. All these office parks are not cutting their grasses often. I don't, John. Not only is the glass on most of these buildings hideously strong, but I'm never going like directly. Like if I ever hit the grass or the glass, it's gonna be like either glancing off of it. Like I'm never going straight towards it, right? And if for some reason I am going straight towards it, I'm gonna have my butt towards it, and I'm gonna be trying to stop really close to it and fall down it, right? So like, I just don't ever find myself in the situation where I'm just screaming towards the build. You know what I mean? Like just going really fast towards the building. I don't do that. Like you could totally do that, and it would look nuts to just go really fast at the building and then catch it at the last second. But I just don't do that. Probably because I don't want something to screw up and hit the glass really hard and find out how strong it really is. I mean, just in general, I try not to fly directly at things that I'm not expecting to avoid, right? Because otherwise I would crash a lot more. I would crash even more often. This is fun. I want to do this a little bit more, but that's scary right there. Those poles really stick out far. I think there's a really sick path around this parking lot using that, which could be cool. I had no video right now, and it came back now. I just got myself behind enough trees where it went completely static when I did that little half pipe thing. And I even stayed on the actual sidewalk this time. I probably won't do that ever again. It looks terrible. I just caught that bonk on one of the rear arms. So again, this is the regular glide. This is the 600 gram, 5-inch glide with T-Motor F40 Pro 2s. Old school, smooth, really predictable motor. And this is on T-Motor 5143 is my favorite prop. Look at this though. So this is another issue that the glide hammer's not having. Is that huge bobble when I do that snap 180. So yeah, there's something weird that I put into the CLI is not jiving. So I'll get that fixed. What was it? Was this the last one? I think this battery might actually have half decent light. Oh no, it doesn't. This is after I I actually almost lost the session. The session came out, well, we'll see it. I think it came out of the mount. I didn't put a battery strap on the front of the GoPro mount, and it ripped the mount. And it spit the session out. It must have spit the session like 150 feet away across the parking lot. Yeah, this was me actually trying to put a half-decent battery in, and I just immediately did something stupid and was like, alright, forget it. And then I crashed. Yeah, by this point I'm already like, okay, I'm the worst pilot in the world. And now I just start farting around. Which is fine. Get it, yeah. Yeah. Oh wow. That was early. Yeah, James. 5-inch. It's the little brother of this guy that we're about to work on. So there you go. That's the flying from today. That'll all get deleted. The light was shit, and half the batteries were spent just flip-flopping around playing with the tune. Let's swap an ESC. Yeah, little brother of this rig. This is the Glide Hammer, which the differences are it's got basically all the carbon is a little bit thicker. 6mm thick arms instead of 5, 3mm thick base plate instead of 2. I want to say 2.5mm sandwich plate on the bottom here rather than 1.5, and the top plate is also thicker. The top plate I want to say is 2.5 instead of 2, maybe it's 3 instead of 2. I forget. And now that I look at it, I don't think this is the right top plate, or maybe it is. How thick is this top plate? I'm just waiting for the soldering iron to heat up. Oh yeah, this isn't the right top plate. Well, that's weird. I wonder where the right one is. Alright, so let's tear things apart. What do you guys say? Oh yeah, things. We're at 26, so we're not there quite yet. If we get to 30, you guys got to remind me. If you guys see 30 people in here, remind me. We'll do a super chat thing for this Brain Radix board, 30 by 30. But yeah, down below, Discord channel, or Patreon page, Discord channel, affiliate links. Click them as often as you guys can, because it just funds more testing here. And what else? Giveaways every Monday night. FPV Therapy on Facebook is a great group that you should check out. And that's about it. Here we go. Oh my god, what am I stepping on? Oh god. Stepping on screwdrivers. It's always an ill-advised venture. So, soldering. How do we do it? I don't remember. Here we go. Teardown mode, engage. How cool are these purple wires, guys? And I hope it doesn't frustrate you as much as it frustrates me that I didn't have enough of them, and one of these arms is in black wire, and the other three are in purple. These purple wires came off of Zing 2306s, which are purple. Brad was here when he got them, and we put them onto race wires, and he left the wires here. I think that's what happened. I don't know how else I would have gotten them, because Brad's the only person I know with the purple Zings. So if that's not actually what happened, then yeah, I don't know. Well, let's not do that. Move the work to you. Don't move you around the work. Sometimes you just gotta practice what you preach, yo. And by sometimes, I mean all the times. So, yeah, I'm, this thing goes a million miles an hour, and it's crazy. And what's cool is because the motors are well matched to the heavier props and the heavier weight of the rig, it just flies like a freestyle rig. Like, it just, I mean, it doesn't even really feel heavy because the 2407s are just, again, well matched to the all up weight, to the heavier weight props, to the more pitchy props, to the whole setup. Yeah, like if you were to take this heavy of a prop and put it onto a 2306, it flies fine, but it doesn't have that magic, in my opinion. And the magic for me is when all of those things are really jiving. The all-up weight, the motor size, the power delivery, the propellers. That's kind of that last 1% that, again, in my opinion, comes from not just having an amazing tune. Do we have 30? I only see 28. Liar! Athix, what's up, man? Oh my god, you're working 11 to 14 hour shifts. Jesus. Brutal. I have used the TS100, and hey, wow, you guys are more up to date than me. Mine just hit 30. Cool. Alright, yeah, we'll do it. So, $5 super chats per entry. You can enter as many times as you'd like, and it's a we are gonna put you guys on the wheel, and one lucky winner will get this hyper custom, i.e. I put stickers on it, 30 by 30 Brain Radix board with the ESC plug hard soldered to it, because that eliminates the possibility of your plug header in here failing and your shit falling out of the sky. Yeah, look at that. So there you go. $5 super chats if you want this. You can do as many as you want. I'll give you guys a bunch of time. Alright, that's good. Back to work. I'm literally going to give you guys like 5 minutes. I'm just going to sit here and work on this and probably forget about the contest altogether, so be aware. It's your guys' job to remind me once everybody's had a chance to get those super chats in. So this weller gets hot, but I mean, big old solder joints on the ground. Oh my god, wow, that really did charge through that though. Jesus, I was gonna say it is still gonna take some time, but not much. Oh, that was tragic. Oh, but it's actually okay because the ESC is blown up. Yeah, that wire came out of my hand and just flung a whole big bunch of solder under the heat shield, which is why I was like, oh. But yeah, that's the beauty of this being the disassembly process and not the reassembly process. Alright, come on off of there, fellas. Time for you. Big red wire. Alright, there's no smoke, so there's no flux, so let's stick some in there. And that'll get the heat transfer going, and then this will just pop right off, I'm sure. Yep. There we have it. Hey, get off of there. Stop that. No. Did you guys see that? See what you're trying? Fucking wires are trying to get me. Oh man, now I have to deal with these stupid well, shit, I guess I should. So I have these really tall screws on the center here because I was running a 30. You know what I'll do? I'm going to leave these, actually. I'm going to leave these because these are tall enough to put a 30 by 30 flight controller on here. I'm going to get a CL Racing F7 30 by 30 at some point, like next time I need a flight controller. And I'm going to put that in here with this other one. And we're going to do back-to-back. 20 by 20 flight controller in the front versus 30 by 30 in the middle. And there'll be no difference in flight characteristics, and the people that refuse to listen to all of us saying that having your flight controller up here doesn't make a shit bit of difference will have to eat it. Really, FPV with $9.99, he's the only one that wants it. So as it stands, Really FPV is going to win a Brain FPV Radix 30 by 30 flight controller for $10. All right. Yeah, another after hours solo. I woke up stupidly late today and just had a lot of things that needed doing. And then I went out to fly, and I wanted to bring dinner home, but it took 45 minutes to find... I got done flying at like 9:01, and then no food places were opened. And yeah, it took me like 45 minutes to find a food place that was opened, and then it took them like a half an hour to get the food done. So yeah, I've had a long night, but I'm glad to be home with my wonderful wife, working hard out there, working a 12-hour plus day, listening to me talk to you guys, not leaving me somehow. Look at that. we've got all that hunting that I did for this weird 10-pin cable last night, guys. Yeah, all for naught. So this right here represents this is the, it doesn't represent shit. This is the fourth, maybe the fifth 30x30 Speedix ESC that has failed on me. Yeah. So I'm not into the Speedix 30x30 thing anymore, as you can probably guess. They don't hold up. Yeah. Acon all the way. I do like to clean them up though, because I'm making a necklace out of all my blown up electronics, so I do come through here and clean up the pads and shit. I'm actually gonna put some flux up in there, get that a little shinier. Huzzah! Alright. And the one's kind of shiny, that's shocking. Let me see if I can flick some more off of this one. Yeah! Ooh, that was a good one. Flicked a lot of it off. Dude, I'm telling you guys, man, the sound effects. Sound effects are real. Gotta use them. Hey, solo with 5, Athix with 5. Three-way contest. No, this is a Speedix GS40. Although I've also had terrible luck with Hobbywing. I've blown up 3 Hobbywing 30x30s. One of them let go when I crashed into like a bush, like a soft bush. That was pretty disappointing. I don't remember how the other 2 failed. But yeah, they and those were the quote-unquote indestructible Hobbywing 40 amps. So, yeah, I don't know. The whole Hobbywing ESCs are indestructible thing is kind of lost on me because I've had a hell of a time with them. And not a hell of a good time. Come on, you bastard. Stay nice and shiny. Thank you. Nope. Needs more. Come on. No, no, no. Close enough. Stop that. Stop following the heat, you jerk. Oh, thank you for asking that, Wit. That's why this is being so weird, because it's up at 750. I turned it up to 750 just to do the battery pads, and I was wondering why the flux was burning off of these so fast. It's because this damn thing was at 1,000,000 degrees. All right, here it comes down. 740, 730. There we go, 780. I try to stay at 650, but yeah, I do move it around because with this Weller 1010, it's easy to do. Oh, that's way better. Oh yes, that's the stuff. That's the stuff. All right, stop being a jerk. Immediately. The solder goes back to... You guys talk to your solder? Or is that just me? It legit seems to have a life of its own. So, I mean, why not talk to it, right? Again, just kind of cleaning this up because this is becoming jewelry. Yeah. Come on. There we go. Yeah. God, it's so nice when you get it just right. And you just flick it off, and it's nice and shiny and flat, and just has a little dome to it. Oh yeah, that's like 3 in a row right there. Ooh, look at the streak. Oh my god, look at that side. Why couldn't I do that on this side? All right, hold on. Maybe I got the technique down now. Nope. Hold on. I got this. Hold on. I can't have one side looking all good and this side looking all janky. I'd be embarrassed to wear it. I don't want that little thing on the outside. There we go. I think I had like just the right amount of solder on the other side sticking to the tip. There we go. Okay. That looks pretty good. Good enough. $5 super chats for a Brain FPV Radix flight controller, customized by Ciotti Incorporated and Sons and Daughters. What am I doing? Now I'm just being crazy. Okay, put it away, get rid of it. Put it away. Okay, it's gone. It's gone. Look at all this solder on here. See if I can get it out with a big blob. Let's see how big of a solder blob we can get here. Ooh boy. Come on, blobby light. Here we go. Come on, blobby. Bring it back. Bringing it back. All right, pick him up. Pick him up, blobby. Come on. I don't know, man. Look, it's late. 8S on a 5-inch build for racing. Who's running an Ahren 32? Yeah, Apex. Ahrens are. I didn't believe it when Cricket told me they were indestructible. I didn't believe it, and my foot has been firmly planted in my mouth ever since because they've been unbelievably. Thank you for the water. They've been unbelievable. Oh god. All right, here's the 55 amp one. I need to open this. Oh, look at that solder. Look how it went all angry on us. Not surprising. All right. Oh man, there's still all this like adhesive residue on here when I stupidly put something adhesive down. I don't remember what it was, but it was definitely a dumb move. Hold on. Oh, God. There we go. John is getting in on it. John wants the Brain 3D Radix. And you guys can do as many super chats as you'd like. $10 gets you on the wheel twice. One, I don't know why I just said one. Yeah, 15 3 times, 20 4 times, so on and so forth. And I'm going to give it a bunch of time because I got a bunch of work to do. But you know what I should do is I should start putting you guys on the wheel, because if the chat scrolls far enough, oh well, no, they're super chats, so I can always look them up. That's fine. That actually might be easier. When you start a stream, you get access to a little dashboard, and on that dashboard, one of the only useful things that it shows you is the super chats, and it lets you scroll through all of them. I guess for people to get them like rapid fire, they need that because the chat probably gets obliterated pretty quickly. Big old XT60 with a yellow and gray. Oh, look at this thing. Fancy. Wow. That's really nice. Oh, guys. All right. Well, you guys are gonna get to see me epoxy. Shit. Damn. Let's just do it. And yeah, we're just gonna Get it done. Better chance of winning this than lottery tickets, indeed. How many entries would I get for $7.23, Jafar? You would get 1 and 2.23 fifths. Didn't think I had that math in me, did you? I can math. I make fun of not being able to math, but I can actually math. Not great at it, but you know, I can do it. Come on. There we go. Okay. Alright, I just need a little tiny friggin' bit. Just a little bit. Don't come shooting out. Just a little. Come on, just a little bit. All I need is a little. Please be nice, please. Well, I need more than that. Whoop. Shit. Too much, too much. We'll be okay though. Oh, good, good, good. Let go. Get out of there. Okay. Alright, and then this thing is keyed so you can't put it on wrong. And there we go. Okay, toothpick. Shit.
Whoa.
When you're ready to stop working, you let me know.
It's not gonna be for a little bit longer.
That's fine. But let me know because yeah, I don't want you to do as good as I feel bad when just all of a sudden you're asleep. I feel like
Why?
I'm a bad.
I just really need us to go to sleep. I'm in a bad place.
Let me at least watch like something on YouTube with you. Damn.
I know, but usually I'm in a bad place. I just need to go to sleep.
All right. It just weirdly makes me feel like you're angry with me, so I'm always like.
Usually it's at like 2 in the morning. Like I need to be asleep.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you don't stay up until 5 like a retard like I do. Same chip grab the welders. What? What does that mean? Same chip grab the welders. Oh, instead of epoxying this chip on, it would probably be fine, but I don't know. I know that the epoxy hardens a lot more than welders. So yeah, I'm willing to do this just because it's like I just hate swapping ESCs. It's such a pain in the ass. And like it's just when ESCs go, it's just such a random thing, right? Like when a flight controller goes, there's typically some warning. Like the gyro will start to get flaky, or you know if one of the BECs is going, there'll usually be like some weirdness. But like this chip coming off of this ESC will just drop it directly out of the sky. And yeah, I try to keep that from happening. Plus, this is the big one. This is the 55 amp one, which is expensive. So, I'm. Oh, look at that! It's got the same. It's got the same pinout as the Speedix. This better not just be a Speedix. I swear to God, if Ahren and Speedix are made by the same place, I'm sort of convinced that everything is made in the same place. Like all of our stuff. But I mean, there's definitely stuff that has much better track records. There are things with really good track records, and there are things with not really good track records. And yeah, like a couple people is one thing, but when you hear from everyone that, you know, their DYS ESC caught on fire, myself included, yeah, that it becomes pretty kind of obvious. And then the company goes away, right? So yeah, this is the thing that I do to Acons to make them full-blown indestructible. Without doing this, they're only partially indestructible. They still take an unbelievable beating. But if you flat bottom from like 100 plus feet up, you can hit hard enough to actually explode this chip off the bottom of this damn thing. But luckily, what's cool is you can pick that chip right back up, solder it right back on, and then epoxy it like this so it never happens again. I'm not doing that to this one. This one's fresh out of the box, but I've done that twice now, where the chip has come off, and I saw it. I plugged it so the ESC no longer works without this chip, and yeah, it was like stuck in the bottom, and I just took it out of there, soldered it back on, epoxied it on, and I'm still using those flight control or ESCs. One of them was what you guys were watching earlier. Incredible stuff, man. Acon gets a A+ and 10,000 gold stars for making a durable ESC. All right. Let's just go back around just to kind of make sure that it's, I don't know, one big harmonious blob. I talk some shit sometimes, don't I? $5 super chats to get entered on the wheel to win a Brain FPV Radix 30x30 flight controller. Shit, what else do I have to epoxy? I should have thought about this before. Do I have any more broken Micro Eagles? I've been fixing them lately. Oh, I do. This one's broken. Alright, hurry. Oh, shit. This one's got 2 broken things, but I only have one little collar guy. That's annoying. I don't usually do these like this, but I'm going to try to just dump a bunch of this in here and then push the collar in. Usually I put the collar in first and then I do this because I'm always worried about the way that the epoxy is going to like squish out. But I don't know. Try something different. I think it's going to squish out and go up above the little grommet thing. Or not the grommet thing, the brass bastard. I should have cleaned this. God damn it. Putting epoxy onto like a dirty, grass, filthy surface. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Alright, so I'm just going to put this on the tip of the screwdriver, I think. And away we go. No. I don't want it on the tip of the screwdriver. I want it on something that I can release it with. That's thinking. Like tweezers. Oh yeah, this is a terrible idea. It's going to push the epoxy out onto that adjustment ring. This was a dumb choice. Well, maybe not. Seems to be alright. Somewhat. This won't go down though. Oh man, it's sitting up so high. Why is it sitting up so high? Go down. Go down. Go in there. Come on, yo. Good. What? Why? Hold on. Shit. I did not expect that to happen. Why won't it go down? I'm gonna hit it with a hammer, but I just gotta get. Okay, there we go. Oh, it doesn't care. Well, it's as low as it's going. Oh my god, why? What is it sitting up like that for? What? What are you doing? You gotta go down farther. What? Oh shit, it's 1 a.m. and I'm banging on this with a fucking hammer. What an asshole. We're on the 3rd floor. Oh man. Well, okay. I'm just gonna leave it back like that, and this is probably too hard to pick up, too sticky rather. Oh no. Well, let's see. It might be okay. I'm just gonna add a little bit more to the front, and we'll call it a day. Wow, that really did not. Why the hell is it sitting up like that? That's so weird. I don't understand why it doesn't want to drop down. There's really no reason for it to not drop down farther. It came out of there. I mean, well, whatever. That's the ugliest thing ever. And it's now like 22 millimeters wide instead of 19. But you know. Yeah, so the epoxy on the Ahren, because this little bottom center board is soldered on at 6 points, but if you come slamming down and flat bottom from like 100 feet plus up, you can hit it hard enough to break that inner board off of the ESC. So if you just epoxy it on there real quick before you put it together, that never, ever, 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 ever happens. You have to hit it really hard to do that. It's only ever happened to me 2 times, and I have crashed these. I mean, like I've sent these Ahren boards down. The Steele's got that video talking about the quad blender from a couple months ago. It was me and him that day. I came down that concrete like 20-story dive in flames, basically. Although not actually in flames, because the Ahren was completely fine. But yeah, it's almost wrong how durable it is, without even doing the epoxy trick. But the epoxy trick just takes it next level. $5 super chats, Radix, Brain FPV, stickers, hard soldered ESC plug. Get it while it's hot. $5 to go on the wheel once, $10 to go on the wheel twice, 15 3, 24. No more math for me. Okay, so I really want to just start jamming. You know what I can do? I can put the grommets in this, and maybe by the time I'm done with that, the epoxy will be. The problem is going to be is that I'm going to pour heat into this thing, and I don't necessarily want to do that until the epoxy is fully cured. So yeah, maybe I'll tin it. No, see, that's going to put a bunch of heat into it as well. Maybe I'll mount it in the frame, and then I can do something. I don't know. Oh, you know what I'll do? I will let it dry, do the work on it tomorrow morning, and I will grab the tiny trainer, and we will put the ESC pad. We'll put the ESC wire onto a different pad that's not ripped off of the damn thing, and we'll have a working tiny trainer again. How about that shit? Not that you guys care about it, because the tiny trainer is the rig that I fly when I'm alone. It's like the only rig that you guys won't get to see. Although no, you know what? You guys will get to see it a bunch once I get the laptop going, because the laptop has the eSheen USB 5.8 gigahertz receiver thingy. So yeah, the tiny trainer has become one of the very few non-HD rigs that I have, and basically non-HD rigs are for just flying outside, where I'm just basically flying for me. I'm not flying for footage, which is rare. Very, very rare. Feels like every single time I fly, it's either to like get good footage for an edit or to do testing or to like, there's like all these things that come along with flying a lot of the time. And it's nice to get away from that from time to time and just like be a bird. Be Marty Bird. $5 super chats. Brain 3D Radix board. Each $5, you go on the wheel once. Oh wait, let me do the wheel. I gotta do the wheel before the chat scrolls too far. Oh wait, no, I already figured out that's not gonna happen. But we'll do it anyway. We'll do it anyway. What's up, Mike? How are you? Ishin ROTGO1. That's the one, Ken. Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Here we at. Here we at. We'll decide. There it is. All right, we'll decide. Here we go. I haven't flown the Dow folding props yet. I completely forgot. I meant to fly them today, but I just 100% forgot to take them out of the bag. I reached into my bag and the first thing of props that I hit was T-Motor 5146s, so I just put those on. And I only have one of these gigantic batteries. Look at this battery. It's ridiculous. I can run it on the smaller batteries, but I wanna start getting it tuned for this humongous 6S 1500. It weighs like 1,000,000 grams. What does it weigh? I think I weighed it just last night, but I don't remember. Good God, 265 grams. Holy shit. Hoary heat. That's a serious amount of battery. Look, it's all banged up already because I've been crashing. Idiot. Who crashes a long-range rig? Poor thing. Okay. Fear for Fun Brain is not the go-to flight controller nowadays. It's the American-made kind of fancy flight controller. I would definitely not call it a go-to though, like the go-to though, because they're expensive, and in my opinion, they're not really any better than any of the other. Like, so I run $32 Talon F7s, and I think that those are better than the Brain FPV. But there are certainly others that don't agree with me. Some of which are much better pilots than me. So, yeah. But it's not like install it and you'll be steel or anything like that. They just use a Bosch gyro that is a higher quality gyro. The problem with it is, and my problem with it is, that it's a gyro that has less filtering built in, and the filtering that is built into the gyros is incredibly fast, very, very low latency. So, like, with this brain board, if you're chasing, like, the absolute last fraction of a millisecond of latency, the Betaflight devs have not been able to get one of these boards as good as the regular MPU 6000 boards. But, like I said, lots and lots of people that love flying this thing and love flying this flight controller and say that it's easier to tune. Kevin being one of them, Stinger Swarm. This is his preferred flight controller, and he says that it's easier to tune than other flight controllers. Alright, I'm getting you guys on the wheel. And then at some point, I'm just going to randomly say, okay, no more. Not yet, though. Make sure as many people that want to get in on this $5 raffle thing can. Yeah, they are the folding props. Everybody says they're completely fine, so I'm sure they'll be completely fine. Giveaway is for this 30 by 30 Brain Radix flight controller with custom sticker application and custom residual solder, and this is the real highlight right here, though. I hardwired the ESC plug on there so that you've got one less connector to fail. Which I was saying earlier, I really wish that all flight controllers and ESCs came with motor signal pads, telemetry pad, current pad, all the pads, because these connectors fail. And when they fail, you come tumbling out of the sky. Dan is getting in. He wants it. I hope he wins so I can just hand it to him. No offense to the rest of you guys. Alright, I'm going to give it a little bit more time. This is probably still tacky. I think I have one more grommet to do. No, I do not. Okay, cool. So the wheel's good. Solo. Yep, you're on there. 3 down. Where's it at? There you guys are. Boom! Does it zoom when I do that, guys? Like, did the screen just zoom in for you guys? There's an accessibility keystroke on the Mac. It did? Okay, good. I always assumed that it did, but yeah. For anybody that's on a Mac, that is Command Option Plus to do that. It's a there's all kinds of good, handy little shortcuts in the accessibility system preferences item in on Mackies. And there's also some really fun things that you can do to like other people at work. If people at work have Mac, there's a keystroke for inverting the colors on their screen, and that's a really good one. Because like you can do your job with inverted colors. Like it's pretty obnoxious, but you know, you can still do your job. And it's just a 3 color, and it's just three button keystroke, so you can literally like walk by somebody's keyboard and and just do it. How to be evil with Ciotti FPV. Late night, Friday nights. How you doing at work, Kristen? Are you? Kinda. She's kind of wrapping up, guys. Z's stack. It's like flipping the screen on PC. Dan says, I didn't know you could do that. That's oh, that's great. That is great. Is it just a? I'm assuming it's just a keystroke that you can do that with. That's what makes him so good. Is you can just frap it in there. Just frappuccino it in there. All right, this is a wire making kit that Pyrodrone and Race Quad sell. Comes with all the different colors and lengths and the small plugs and the big plugs. Definitely get yourself one of these. It's well worth the like $5 or so that you'll pay for it. I don't know what it's called. It's been a long time since I bought it. Control Alt arrow keys. Oh my god, that's terrible. Oh yeah, the paper. James, you just. That's funny. James says tape paper over the mouse laser. I'm old, so I used to take the mouse ball out. Yeah, so different generations. Although I've done the laser trick with, because you can do it with Post-it notes. So you just a tiny little Post-it note right on the bottom of the mouse. Endless hours of torture. Especially if you do it to the right person. Yeah, I'm not gonna put heat on this ESC. I don't want to walk too close to the sun. God knows what that epoxy will do if it gets really hot. You know, it might like run all over the place or catch fire or turn into a little gremlin. $5 super chat. Win you a Brain 3D Brain FPV rad export. $5 for one entry. $10 for two. Where the hell's the tiny trainer is the question. The answer is right over here. Actually, no. Because Cement Kid is printing me out some awesome stuff for this. So I'm going to wait to tear this apart. Yeah, that makes sense. That'll... Something that I learned with airsoft that has perfectly translated to this hobby is that, like, just try to not take shit apart so often. Not out of laziness, but out of the fact that, like, everything wears. Every time you take something apart, the screws wear, the standoffs wear, you know what I mean? I mean, I guess it is a little bit different because we then go bash them into concrete, but, yeah, I just try not to take shit apart. Like if it's gonna have to come apart next week, I can just wait. I would rather just wait, I should say. That epoxy stayed exactly where I wanted it. So, okay. I'm trying to get a feel for this epoxy. Because I like to put it on when it's goopy. I don't like to put it on when it's so loose because then it kind of runs and moves all around. So that's good to know. And I don't think epoxy gets all fumey, so I think I can put this camera away. We are going to crank on the Acrobrat. That's what I really want to get that back up in the air. Because I have all those motors that need testing, and I was all ready to, like, I had this all put together, I was all ready, and then I went out to fly it and tune it, and there was this gap, and I threw myself at the gap, and I decided that I was gonna basically fly completely backwards and 100% blind through that gap for some reason, and I just smashed it at like full McGillicuddy and broke the arm on this. So, well, look at all that orange. Flipping the screen on PC, control error. Okay, good. Dan, I think you might have pasted a link because it looks like you tagged me with no text next to it, and I think that's what happens when you try to post a link. James Carr says, small square of electrical tape and they never notice. I've had users RMA or mouse because of it. Evil people. Dan says, want to review the Cadix Nebula Micro. Oh yeah, last night the internet went completely out for like a half an hour. I don't really, the Cadix things, like, all I ever hear is that, like, Cadix's quality control is so bad, and with a camera, I'm just kind of like, well, no. Like, I kind of don't care how good the camera is. If it's gonna break, then I'm kind of just like out, which is why I really only do run cam cameras. The Tarsier has been okay, but that's a $90 camera. I would like to look through it, Dan, but yeah, I don't necessarily. I don't really have an interest in putting one into one of my rigs and potentially having it fail and lose a session, because at this point, sessions are worth like $300. I thought I fucking lost mine today. I was I was like right on the brink of like just getting really angry because I'd looked for it for like 15 minutes, and but then there it was, sitting in the middle of the parking lot, way, way, way further than I possibly imagined it could have ever been thrown. That's what you get for forgetting to put a battery strap on the front of a front load GoPro mount. That's the only that's the only thing that makes the front load GoPro mounts not perfect in every way, is the fact that they will rip if you don't run a battery strap on the front. But I mean, it's pretty easy just to put a battery strap on the front. And the battery strap on the front actually also helps with impacts, because it takes, you know, it's nice and cushy and foamy, and especially like when you flip over and you're going really fast and it skids, you can grind away all the TPU. But if there's a battery strap up there, you'll just completely annihilate the battery strap. It's great. So much better than than dealing with a situation where like the TPU on the top of your mount, which is the TPU that is really your only hope against the the storm of energy coming through when you get into an inverted collision with the ground or a building or something. Yeah, top of the top little corner of TPU on the GoPro mounts, I'm convinced, has a lot to do with how long your session lasts. Your flying session and your GoPro session, as a matter of fact. Look at that. Look at that. So this thing is, I mean, like, this is coming all the way down. This is actually going into the Duo frame. This is where my V1 Acrobrat frame adventure ends. This was the last one. I do have one more full kit that the rimmiest of Tims sent over, but I decided to do a giveaway with that. Just because I don't know, I would rather see somebody do a fresh V1 Acrobrat build than for me to open that kit up, take the bottom plate out of it, and break it in fucking 4 batteries, which is what happened with this bottom plate. I got this bottom plate off of a guy on Facebook Marketplace, and I blew it up on the 4th battery. So it's like, why? Why keep scrounging around for, you know, a hard to find older frame if it's going to be something that I'm going to actually fly hard, right? Like, running the Duo, where I can just get a bunch of the replacement base plates from Tommy, is a much more intelligent thing to do. You know what I mean? Ken Hill says, hey, is it common for a run cam to be blurry after a really hard hit? Ken Hill, what probably happened is you hit so hard that the lens jumped a thread. See if you can refocus your lens. That might fix it. If not, you knocked one of the elements loose inside of the lens, and you can probably just replace the lens. I doubt that it's the camera. I can almost guarantee you it's something going on with the lens. Yeah, I mean, on a hard hit, it's pretty amazing that either the GoPro or the FPV lenses survive any of the punishment that we put them through. The inside of a lens that any camera uses is pretty. There's a lot going on in there, and the tolerances are pretty tight. So yeah, it's really impressive. Caddx is either 100% or 0%. Scarecrow says they never release anything that is just all right. That's true. That's actually been my experience thus far. Hard-boiled egg yolk. Oh my god. It's the best idea I've ever heard. Yeah, this is a weirdly sad moment. I didn't realize until just this moment that this is it for the V1 Acrobrat. I've had my relationship with this frame is long and And what's another word that I can say here? I've had an adventure with this frame. There's a word. It's been an adventure. Yeah, I've got a prototype up on the wall, which is cool. I guess I'll save this one and hang this one on the wall too. And I'll stack it on top of the prototype, I guess. But yeah, me and this frame go back a ways. This also represent so after the whole Quad Camp Atlanta thing, Tommy was really the only one that ever reached out to me and kind of kept in touch. And some of it was to work on this frame. And we talked motors a bunch. I tried so hard to get him to make gnarly 1304s, but then it ended up being the 1407, the Brat 1407 from Rotorex. Unfortunately, he didn't ask me about Rotorex as a company before going in on that motor with them, because I would have told him not to, and it could have potentially saved the whole nightmare that was dealing with Rotorex. And they just don't, their motors have never been durable, and for a, this is a freestyle frame. I wish I would have been able to tell Tommy that earlier. By the time he told me that his motors were being made by Rotorex, it was already too late. And I told him as nicely as I could that I'll cross my fingers, but yeah, that didn't help. As it typically doesn't. As all the... Never mind. Not gonna go there. I was just gonna make a mask joke. Please wear a mask, guys. Please. Even if you don't believe it. Please just wear it. It's such a simple thing to do, and it could save someone's mom or dad or child's life. Even if it's bullshit, you'll have done something good for humanity. Please, please. Just do it. No reason not to. Not a single legit reason not to. Every single reason that I've heard not to that people think is legit is people just being completely insane and just real kind of crybabies, if I'm honest. It's insane to me that the people that call me a snowflake are the people that can't put on a goddamn mask. It's just, yeah, getting to see who the real snowflakes are, in my opinion. It's just so easy. If it was to prevent COVID, you have to do a front handspring, I'd be all for it. I'd be totally on board for saying, fuck you, I'm not going to do front handsprings. Because they're hard. They're hard to do. They're very hard to do. But, taking a piece of cloth on 2 rubber bands, that's not hard to do. And we should be doing it anyway when we're sick. It's a very considerate thing to do as the Western world, as we can learn from the Western world, who've been doing this forever. Well, you know what? It's not even just considerate. It literally makes everything better, because being sick blows, and wearing a mask makes you get less people sick. So, we should just be doing it all the time. Right now, we should all do it, because there's a deadly virus floating around. But after this all gets figured out, we should keep doing it when we're sick. And I'm going to. I will. I promise that to you guys. Ken Hill says, would you know what lens I need to get for a Micro Sparrow 2 V2? Is it an M8? Ken Hill. I'm going to show you an M8 versus an M12, and then you're going to be good to go. That's an M8, and that's an M12. There's a huge difference. And here they are in my hand in case the scale of them isn't coming through. You know what I mean? But yeah, I have a feeling that you already know what yours is just from looking at the incredible difference in size. Oh man, there's the other grommet. God damn it, I could have fixed both sides of that Micro Eagle. That was stupid. It was right there. It was sitting right next to it. Right next to it. Like, just right there. Well, that's... At least you guys can't see up there to see how close it really was. Oh, cool. Caught up on the chat. Good, good, good. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh boy, she tore a hole in the mask. That's not going well. Jesus. All right, you still wrapping up over there? Lovely.
I need like maybe 15, 20 minutes.
Oh, perfect. That'll be just enough time for me to kind of pull this apart.
And I need beds and I have to create new shelves.
Where the hell? There it is. You'll be all right.
Maybe a zombie.
Nah, you'll be good. Oh, that'll be good. She'll love that. They're into zombies. Those filmmakers, those wacky filmmakers. They love them some zombies. Any of you guys friends with filmmakers that can back that up? Every filmmaker friend that I've got is like super into zombies. Not just like everything about them too, like making movies with them, about them, watching them, like everything. I don't know. I don't get it. What's funny, Mike? Zombie talk? This is full-time film only worked on one zombie movie, Fear for Fun. Well, fuck you for invalidating my point. God damn it. The first person to comment shoots me down. Oh my god. Nice, JR. Better dancer. Oh, you lunatic. Good work. Oh, better dancer. For Christ's sakes. Yeah, The Mask. I fucking loved that movie, guys. For the record, like, I was a huge Jim Carrey fan, but I also grew up as a musician. And when you're a musician in school, you learn jazz and you learn classical, and you also learn Latin music. And I loved playing Latin music because I was a drummer, and it's just really interesting to play on auxiliary drum stuff, congas and so on and so forth. I can't think of any of the other aux instruments I used to play, but I loved the music so I loved Jim Carrey, and then I loved the music in The Mask, and then I was young, right? When did The Mask come out? 90s? Screw no. Oh, Fear for Fun, you jerk. Now, I was a drummer. Started playing drums at 9 years old. I played the flout, the skin flout. Yeah, I absolutely loved that movie. I was so into it. I always wanted to get like a replica of the Mask. I guess the first one wasn't that bad, come to think of it. It was the second one that completely ruined the franchise. The first one wasn't that bad. It had that cute little dog in it. Oh, God. A nut just fell into my crotch. Now I've got 2 again. Get it? Let me see if I can find it. Nobody move. Just be very still and quiet. There's a nut in my crotch. Oh, no, it's even worse than that. It's one of these clear little amazing but impossible. I don't know where I got them from. 1.5 millimeter spacers, and I found it. I have like 8 of these. Look at this little thing. I love when you've been into something for a long time because like you stumble across stuff like this. So that is a 1.5 millimeter spacer. There's a 2 mil next to it. It's not gonna. Oh no, it is a 2 mil. All right. Well, fuck me, I guess. I thought they were 1.5. Really? Nah, they are. They are 1.5. Well, I guess then the plastic nuts are 1.5 as well. That's frustrating. I thought I was so cool. Well, those are metal, and the plastic nuts are plastic, so there. It's still unique. Something like that. John Coopy, what's your worst cut from an FPV drone, if any? So that, and that all happened at once. This finger was Butterfly going crazy. The models in Butterfly are jacked up. And then on my pinky, there's something that happened again. It's not that, though. I burned myself on something. My pinky healed up really well, actually. Wow. Yeah, my pinky totally healed. But yeah, this one was bad. This bled for over an hour, and it was like gushing. It was scary enough after an hour that I was like, all right, this is not stopping. And I read a couple things on Google that like the only real issue can be if it doesn't stop bleeding or if you nick a tendon. And I was all of a sudden like, of course, super worried about nicking a tendon and not being able to fly anymore. So I ended up going to the ER, and they put a Band-Aid on it. Those fuckers charged me like $400, like $380, I think. But the doctor did a test to make sure that I hadn't nicked a tendon. You guys want to know what the test is in case you ever cut your fingers? He went like this. So it was this finger. It was this finger, right? He put his hand here and he goes, no, he says, bend your finger. So I went like that. And he put his hand here and he went, push against me. I pushed against him and he goes, okay, you're fine. That was it. That's how you know. If you've nicked a tendon, apparently you'll either not be able to push or it'll be extremely painful to extend your, because I hit it up here, and these are the tendons that contract, right, to lift your finger up. $380 for that and a Band-Aid. Come on. I shouldn't have gone. But, I mean, dude, I've never had anything bleed like that. Like, an hour. With just, like, pressure on it, cold, like, do all the things we were supposed to do. And it just would not stop. And it was, like, it was deep, dude. There was a big-ass flap of skin. Like, it was a little scary. And as someone that, types for a living, basically, in that I work in project management in an office, and, fingers are just nothing to fuck around with, right? Like imagine losing a finger. It's, it's just gonna look so weird. Like, if nothing else, I don't want people staring at that. It's crazy, man. I'd be so self-conscious. You kidding me? So self-conscious. Be walking around with gloves on. Christ, I get weirded out when I think people are looking at my big dumb hair. Imagine if I had stupid hair and was missing a finger. No. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it, guys. Late nights. Let's see, Audi FPV. Where the shit gets real and the conversations make no sense. Wilder says giveaway time. What do you want to go to sleep or something? All right, we're going to Mike Bergman. Favorite drummer of all time. I've been playing for 20 years. It's the more people ask like me those types of questions, like favorite, what's your favorite questions, the more I realize that I never think about that. Like, I'm so the cars is like the thing, and somebody asked me like, no money, no object, what car would you get? I had no idea. I don't ever think that. I just don't think that way. Like, I don't know. I guess I just think very realistically. Yeah, let's do the giveaway. Where the hell is it? $5 super chats to get on the wheel to win this little Brain Brain FPV Radix 30x30 board. I've probably got about 20 batteries, maybe 30 batteries through this. I hard soldered the ESC plug so that basically the only chance of it failing is on this side of the plug. Yeah, great little flight controller. Confirmed to be working perfectly as per today and the battery that I did. So yeah, $5 and I'll put you on the wheel. $10 I'll put you on the wheel twice. $15 I'll put you on the wheel 3 times, and so on and so forth. Yeah, it's very tempting to say Neil, but I feel like real drummers shouldn't say Neil Peart. That's such like an easy answer, right? I mean, Carter Beaufort is another easy answer. Not to take away from the fact that they're both absolutely phenomenal, but I think I would actually go Carter over Neil. How about that? I don't know if either one of them is my favorite of all time. If given enough time, I would definitely figure it out. But I will say that I think that I prefer Carter over Neil Peart. I think Carter Beaufort is a better drummer than Neil Peart. Carter Beaufort being the drummer from Dave Matthews Band. When you listen to Dave Matthews Band and ignore all the yee-haw, 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 yee-haws, you're never going to listen to Dave Matthews Band the same way again, I promise you. The musicians in that band are absolutely next level. I'm sure that there's a studio drummer somewhere. Yeah, you know what? There is a studio drummer. God damn it. I used to know his name. He used to be the studio drummer for... Oh, god damn it. Not Jay-Z, not shit. One of the rappers who actually has live musicians has a studio drummer who is just next level. I mean, studio drummers and especially black studio drummers, and I can say this because I've been a drummer for a long time. They're better than us. Yeah, he's good. He's really good. He just, I don't know. The black studio drummers, though, they have a flavor to their playing that is, it's just magic. And, like, I've never, ever heard a white studio drummer that has that same flavor. it's like if you blindfold me and play me 100 different drummers, I can probably get most of them white, most of them right rather, most of them white. All right, nobody else wants to get in on the thing in the place. All right, let's spin the wheel. Last chance, $5 super chat to win a like $70. Isn't that like a $70 flight controller? I think it's a really expensive flight controller. I don't think it's that much. I think it's like 50 something maybe, but they're expensive. Mainly because they're made here in the U.S. With love. With Questlove. Mike, do you know what I'm talking about, though? Like, is that just me? Do you know what I'm saying? Or am I talking out of my ass? I could totally be talking out of my ass. Especially because I haven't, I haven't played drums in many, many years. I haven't had my drum set in the same house as me in like 20 years. So I'm like barely a drummer anymore. But I did play a whole bunch of African drum circle stuff with a really good drum circle in Charleston, actually, that shook off a lot of the dust. And I did that for a couple years. So I was half decent on the djembe and the... oh man, I don't remember the name of the three big bastards anymore. That's annoying. Yeah, Questlove is pretty spectacular. Yeah, soul is a really good word for it. Fear. Yeah, right, Mike. Like it's just. I chased it for a long time, especially because I was classically taught by a phenomenal jazz drummer named Tony DiNicola up in New Jersey, and who has played with like every single jazz great known to man. Oh my God, what is happening here? So I had like that jazz background, and then I started, of course, playing rock when I got to high school, and metal, and then of course fell in love with funk and played a ton of funk. So like I kind of felt like I had like if it was possible to play like that. 55, not bad. It's still expensive though, compared to like you can get a Talon F4 or a Talon F7 for $32, I think it is, 32 or $33. All right. I think we're good. I don't think anybody else wants to get in on it. Off Axis, it looks like you just got here. $5 super chats to win this Brain 3D Radix. Hurry. Oh, Steely Dan. Yeah. You know, we need to get we don't have any Steely Dan vinyl. You know, my dad does though. I'm sure he's got a ton of Steely Dan. Dave's FPV. The prize is this 30x30 Radix. Why can't I ever remember? There's two companies. There's Brain 3D, who makes TPU, and then there's Brain FPV. And for some reason, my useless human brain, whenever I go to say Brain FPV, I either can't say it because I'm afraid to get it wrong, because I can't remember which one's which. Yeah, it's 30x30. Yeah, so there we have it. Yeah, $5, you get on the wheel once, $10 twice, blah, 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 blah. I've heard that before, Mike. How do you say that last name? Is it Bamiller or Bamillet? If it's French, it's going to have a... I don't know. I give up trying to... Hey, nice, Off Axis. Do me a favor, post pictures places, and then I can repost them, and it'll be great. Mike Bergman with a tenner. All right, so I got to scroll up, and who did I leave off with? Dan. There we go. Okay, so there's Dan's 5. We're going to do the giveaway. It's coming up. Here we go. Scrolling. You guys have 30 seconds. 30 seconds to do a super chat to get in on this giveaway. It's $5. And then Mike Bergman, I'm going to put you on here twice. And All right, cool. It's German. Okay, so it's Bemiller. Oh, B. Miller, of course. Right. That would be the German way to pronounce that. Yeah, I get that a lot, dude. And that's why I let it grow out so insanely, because, like, there's plenty of guys my age that don't have crazy, insane hair, so why would I cut it all off? Celebrate that shit, right? Someday it'll be gone. Actually, it won't. My dad is in his 70s, and he's still got this going on, so I'm good. Dave's FPV is getting in, and I think that's where we're going to end it. Mike Bergman, so when I do a super chat thing, it's just super chat. Like, there's people that, for whatever reason, don't want to join the Patreon, so I like to try to do these super chat giveaways, because I'm lazy, fear. And because I don't have a very pronounced chin, so the chin hair gives me more of a chin. But yeah, I try to mix it up. For a little while, I even had a well, I guess I still have it set up. There's some other, I don't know. There's all these other websites where they don't take a cut, and I had one of them set up, and I was gonna use it, but then I didn't. No chin gang, goddamn right, Dave's. It's not that bad. Like, there's still something there, but it's not, it's not YouTube. It's not YouTube big. I don't know. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. Dave's FPV is the last one, and we shall spin the wheel in 3, 2, 1. Worst countdown ever. And let's see who wins. I think it's going to be Dan, so that I can just hand it to someone. Alright, I got to ship it. Athix, welcome back. You've won yourself a Brain 3D Radix. God damn it, a Brain FPV Radix. See what I mean? I had that moment just now where I was like, no, I'm just going to say one of them. I'm 50-50. Athix, do me a favor. Shoot me a Facebook message. Let me know that it's this. And your first and last name, your address, and if you want a tracking number, your email address. Thanks, guys. Rad. I'm going to put this over here. This is the ship stuff side. And that's also a good way to, oh yeah, I should be doing this every stream, because that really incentivizes people to come. See, I don't know though. I don't know if I don't know if I want to like incentivize people to have to come to the reason why I love doing the giveaways through Patreon is that, like, you don't have to be here, right? It like, I feel bad for people that have to like work right now, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. Just try to be considerate whenever I can. Sometimes it can be a bit much, but I'd rather, I see an awful lot of inconsiderate people, so I would rather be overly considerate to try to balance out the inconsiderate folks, I guess. Look at this mess. Holy shit on a shingle. Okay, so this goes on the wall, I guess. Oh, I can just, here. This will be a cool looking wall quad. It's got this, the previous owner did the purple and the blue markery stuff. Mike Bergman says, this Z's stack has the most beautiful heat sink. Am I really supposed to cover it up? Why would they make it so pretty? Just go on the bottom. You can flip it upside down, and then you can maybe see a little bit more of it. Z's? I haven't heard of a Z's stack, though. I saw you type that before, and I was like, what the fuck is a Z's? I mean, I know who a Z's is. He's an Ansari. But I haven't heard of a Z's stack. I'm gonna look it up in a second. Let me just... All right, so the V1 Acrobrat is officially out of here. Sad days, man. Sad days indeed. But it's time to bring in the new fresh blood, which is the Duo. The Acrobrat Duo. Good day to you, Etienne. Didn't think I'd be able to pronounce that, did you, people? Etienne, I'm pretty sure is Etienne. Believe that is the pronunciation. Could be wrong. What is this? Ooh, this is a Talon V2. What was this doing in there? Oh, right. I'm putting this in here. Oh, along with a different... Oh, so I'm doing a scratch build. I forgot about that. This just went from like an hour job to a 4-hour job. For the record, for anyone keeping score. Damn, that's a shame. Huh. You know what I could do, though? Yeah, exactly, Solo. This is a... I mean, I have that brand new V1 Acrobrat frame, and this stuff is all, like, ready to go. Oh, you know what, though? You know, I need to pull half of this apart. I need to take the... Yeah... You know what? I'll start doing. I'm gonna part this out. We're gonna treat this like a motorsports build, and we're gonna part it out. And I'm gonna start doing one giveaway, at least one giveaway on every single stream. I'm not gonna do another one tonight, but I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start doing a giveaway every single stream. Yeah, that'll be fun. I'll do the. I have a. For whatever reason, I have a bunch of stuff that I've used that's still in perfectly good shape, and that's what I'll do the rando super chat giveaways. Yeah. Silent E on the end. Oh, really? Etienne. Okay. Etienne. Sorry for massacring your name. My first name is Ahren, so... you know, names that are a little bit more complicated than John or Steve, I tend to look at. And, yeah, with a first name spelled Ahren, it was pronounced completely horrendously for my entire life. So, I get it. I'm in the crazy name club. Although, it's not all that crazy. My first name is actually German, believe it or not. But I'm Italian. I'm a filthy dago. Filthy dago wop. I can say that because that's what I am. You guys couldn't see the face that I just made, but I made a very stern face. Why don't I have side plates? There, I do have side plates. Okay. I was like, wait a second. I'm pretty sure that I ordered... Steele pronounces it all fucked up, Mike. He invites me to, like, his housewarming party and his birthday party. we talk on Messenger, I don't know, every few days. And then every time he pronounces my name, it's different. I'm like, what is happening? What's the deal, bro? This is why every time I start a stream I say, my name is Ahren Ciotti, everybody just calls me Ciotti. Because for some reason, even though it's all, like, when people look at the spelling of it, when people look at the spelling of Ciotti, without me saying anything, they pronounce it all weird, but after I've said it once, they pronounce it right. My first name, I will pronounce it for someone 15 times, and they'll still say it wrong, because, I don't know, I guess it's just so crazy to have an A, then an H, then an R. I don't know. It's not just steel though; it's everybody. It's absolutely everyone. So yeah, that's why I go by Ciotti. Because it's easier.
I was in for a rude awakening when someone finally called me and addressed me Ciotti. Got there, and I'm like, whoa, that's weird.
Yeah, you haven't really gotten the full experience of weird last name Ciotti pronunciations, have you?
I had Casa Messina.
Yeah, but just for, this specific one, you haven't heard all the... Because you probably won't, because you won't have substitute teachers for the rest of your life.
People try to pronounce it really, really, really Italian. Like,
Yeah.
Ciotti.
Yeah.
That's really it.
Look at the difference in these side plates. Produced from two different places, for sure. Chamfering is different, and even like you see the difference in the finish? The top one is like way more milky, the bottom one is like way darker. Interesting. And this is not I had nothing to do with the Duo design. I was completely outside of it. I didn't even know it was coming until like the last second. Nobody in the so we have a little you can call me Bob. Yeah. We have a little group of a Facebook group and a Facebook chat for all of the Acrobrat testers, and that's where we get a lot of the hot tips from Tommy. But he kept this like completely a secret. He kept the Duo like a total secret. We found out about it like a couple days before it released, which was kind of funny. Because it was with the V1, we were prototyping that thing for like 8 months. It was that was a big prototype process, longer than any other frame I've seen. Some frames I'm sure it's taken longer, but not with like 10 or 15 testers. Like a lot went into that. The testing process is really a nightmare too, if I'm completely honest. I'm doing this all to the left of the camera. I have no idea why. Let's pick this guy up, put him over here. Yeah. Are you not in there anymore, JR? Oh, I think you did. I think I do remember you jumping out of that chat. Or well, yeah, I guess it is a chat. Weird to call something a chat, but... Okay, so I do have to... Yeah, I am going to reuse this run cam, so... And I might as well part this stuff out, I guess. Oh, and I need this. Well, this Pro 32 is actually blown up. This RXSR is completely fine though. So I guess this kind of needs to come apart, huh? Because I already have an antenna on this one. Yeah, I might as well fully chop this up. Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was. John Kuby says, is the DJI system something you'd ever consider using? Not sure if you have it or not. I do not have it, John. The problem is, in order for me to go to DJI, I can't sell all of my analog stuff to fund it. I would have to just... all I would be able to sell is a bunch of Immersion RC tramps, which are only worth $30 brand new. So, like, I wouldn't really be able to fund the Switch, mainly because there just aren't any lightweight options for DJI yet. So you can't build a tiny, so you can't fly tiny whoops if you bail on all your analog stuff, or micros. The Caddx Vista is really heavy, and I really prefer micros that are at the that are around 200 grams all up. In my opinion, that's kind of the sweet spot for a 3-inch. And if you add a Caddx Nebula to a rig, you'll never get it there. Like, it'll always be 240, 250 grams. And yeah, so I would love to. Like, don't get me wrong, I've flown it a bunch of times now, and it is unbelievably good. Like, I legitimately think that I would be a better freestyle pilot flying through it. Like, that's how good it really is. But yeah, I don't even know, like, even if I had, so I mean, the big problem is I just can't afford it. It would be, you know, it's like, it would be like $1,500 all in, to get it and get a bunch of rigs set up on it. I don't even know if I would, because of the micro thing. I would have to carry around 2 sets of goggles, and the people that have been doing that are getting really frustrated with it. So yeah, I don't know. It needs to, I think it needs to not be an all or nothing thing for me. I think there needs to be a DJI air unit that also has a 5.8 gig VTX in it, so that you can put it into your 5-inch rigs and then have your 2 sets of goggles, but you don't have to bring both sets of goggles, right? If you're going out to fly micros and 5-inch rigs, you bring all your analog shit and you fly analog. If you're just going out to fly 5-inch, or, you know, just rigs that have digital, then you just do that. Does that make sense? That's what will really do it for me, because otherwise it's just a big mess, man. Just like having that big ass set of goggles, like they're so big, I can't imagine trying to lug those around with me.
It's 2 o'clock.
And it's expensive. It's super expensive. Good God, that just said it's 2 o'clock. You giving up anytime soon, baby?
Yeah, I'm just sending an email.
All right, guys, you got about
right now.
3 more minutes of my face, or the side of my head and my fingers, before I'm out of here. 2 a.m. is way too late to be streaming. It's just, I think there's a law against that. If there isn't, there should be. Late nights. Alright, let me jump all these pads now, but let me do it on my wood block. Yeah, I'm very jealous of the people that are flying DJI on 5-inch rigs, though. My God, it would be so nice to be able to see more clearly and farther, and I'm just an analog peon, I guess. Wow! That's not how you unbridge pads at all. Basically, all you really need to do is get the soldering iron behind the blob of solder, and then just flick outwards. That's basically all I'm doing to unbridge pads. So you get it hot, get it to flow, lift up, come behind, and then flick forward. And I'm doing it more violently than normal, but that's all it is. Alright, let me make these pads look nice for you guys. Somebody's gonna win this. It can't be looking like ass. Oh, man. This is gonna be a pretty one. I forgot. The size that Hobbywing made these pads is, like, very satisfying, the way that the solder kind of sits up on them and makes, like, a little... I don't know, a little surface. Yeah, silly putty. Silly putty is what you want to clean your motors with. Sometimes it doesn't work though, so get like I like using toothbrushes to really get in there. The silly putty sometimes just won't hold on to, like, if it's like a metallic particle or something, the silly putty won't be quite strong enough to get it, and that's when a little toothbrush action is what you need. And a rag. I'll take like a microfiber rag and just make like a sharp bit and then just jam it in there and really push on it to really get some force in pushing on the magnets. Let me take a quick look. I was doing an awful lot of flicking of solder. Let me make sure that this isn't that there's no errant solder balls flying around here. Nah, we're good. That's why it's important to always flick outwards, obviously. Alright, so there's a perfectly good, oh god, only dropped once. Perfectly good Hobbywing 20x20 F4 flight controller that will be contested off at some point here in the near future. Isn't there also a fucking ESC? Yeah, there it is. Oh, but that's a GS25. Okay. Well, I didn't realize that. I don't need... Oh, yes, I did. Yes, I did. So I'm putting a... I'm going to set this rig up so it'll run 5S. Because some of these motors that I'm testing are a little bit lower kV. So I want this rig to be 5S capable. So, yeah. This is what I wanted to take apart. Okay. Because this TBS Pro 32 Nano has shit the bed. You know what hasn't shit the bed? Any of the Ishin Nanos for $13 each. Nor has the Rush Tiny Tank shit the bed. Although I haven't flown that much, so that realistically needs more time to have any reliability results. But initial Nano VTX reliability results for me are that the TBS Pro 32 seems to be the least durable. And this failed in the way that I don't like VTXs to fail, which is that it slowly lost more and more and more and more power, and yeah, it just like very gradually got worse and worse and worse. I don't like that. I don't like when VTXs fail that way, because it's like you blame everything else. You blame everything but the yeah. Like, you know what? I blame the antennas constantly when that happens, and there's no reason to do that. Which is the right thing to do. Antennas are 10 times more likely to be the issue of video problems than the VTX, for the record, for anyone keeping score. Get off of there. Yeah, so we're gonna have to add this to the bin of jacked up, or the pile rather, of jacked up parts. That's sad. That's sad. This is an expensive VTX. It's like a $30 Nano VTX. Christ, I pay $30 for tramps, and they're like bomb-proof. There we go. There we go. Alright. That, I think, is where we're going to leave it for tonight. I'm going to go eat some goddamn Oreos. Hug my fantastic wife, Kristen. Squeeze her a little bit. And watch as she falls asleep on me. Because she has worked... Most days, she works many, many, many hours. Typically about this many, because she's trying to get her... Oh, I wish I hadn't have done that. That was a stupid thing to do. Eh, fuck it. I already pulled on it. Yeah, she's trying to get her just keep her freelance graphic design business going. Man, that looks a little weird. I'll have to look at that really close to see what happens. License to drive says Eachine Nano VTX. Are the power levels accurate enough? On mine with 25 milliwatts, it's good, but 200 milliwatts, it was like in pit mode. Got the VTX table off of Eachine's site. There's a secondary. Did you do the CLI? So you have to load the appropriate VTX table, but then you have to do something in the CLI. And it is this. Oh, this is probably not gonna paste well. No, it's not gonna paste at all because it's a million letters. Message me on Facebook real quick, License, and I will drop you a chunk of text that you need to drop into your CLI to get that thing working right. Wow, there's still 39 of you in here. You guys are absolute late night champions. License, hurry up. I don't want to wait because I'll forget. Thanks for hanging, everybody. I'm gonna kill it after this. I'm gonna work this out with License, and then what was that? Something touched my ear. It might have been my hair. In total fairness, it might have been my hair. Where is the message? There it is. Come on. There it is. There you go, man. Drop that into your CLI, and I'll bet you it'll fix it. All right, everybody. I'm going to play Clam Man because we didn't give up tonight. We kept working. We did some epoxying. Hopefully you guys didn't give up either. And, yeah, we'll get out of here on Clam Man. So enjoy, and maybe I'll see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy your clams. All right, Clam Man is broken. Let's try him again. We're not going to give up. We're not going to give up on Clam Man because he's not going to give up on us.
諦めんなよ。諦めんなお前。どうしてそこでやめるんだ、そこで。もう少し頑張ってみろよ。ダメダメダメ、目諦めたら。周りのことを思うよ。応援してる人たちのことを思ってみろって。あともうちょっとのところなんだから。俺だってこのマイナス10度のところ、しじみが取れるって頑張ってんだよ。絶対やってみろ。必ず目標達成できる。だからこそ、ネバーギブアップ。